satu.
Pakai aplikasi lagi.
Ya, aplikasi ketiga.
P-
Ya, Paris Base Live.
Itu untuk apa?
Untuk live streaming. Cek. 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 Cek satu. Cek. Cek. kita ganti aja. Ganti aja ya.
Itu bulat ya muka saya.
Ini kita ganti aja. Dua ya.
Tes 1 2 3.
Matinya? Mati seret. Hah? Pijit lama, agak lama. Agak lama pijitnya. Nah.
Cek cek. Cek cek. Cek.
Kiri. Ayo.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dea,
My name is Arya.
and welcome to English competition, Muhammadiyah Plus Secondary School Got Talent 2020.
It is a pleasure for us as house to welcome you this morning. Can you give an applause, please? First of all, let us pray and praise to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala because of the blessing and mercy we could join this special event.
And to guide for our prayer today, let me call Sir Fahmi to come to the stage. And for Sir Fahmi,
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A'udzu billahi minasy syaithanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Allahumma shalli ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. Allahumma ighfir lana dhunubana wa liwalidina warhamhuma kama rabbayana shighara. ولجميع المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات. اللهم طول عمرنا صحح أجسادنا ووسع أرزاقنا ونور قلوبنا
sponsor, improve your English with us. Okay? Okay.
Okay, ya.
Okay. Let's say it together. 1, 2, 3. English competition 2022. Okay, that's nice.
Now, let us begin by giving you a warm welcome from the principal of Muhammadiyah Secondary School and to Miss Ani Hidayatin. The stage is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wa bihi nasta'in 'ala umuri dunya waddin wa 'ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain. Honorable Quality Control of Muhammadiyah Class School, Honorable Principal of Primary of Muhammadiyah Class School, Mr. Aden Yusuf Maulana, Honorable all parents and all teachers of Muhammadiyah Class School, and all students in the school and also at home for today. Alhamdulillah, let's pray and thanks to Allah who has given us blessing and who has given us healthy body, and we can gather in this place to come to school and can join to SMPMP Got Talent. Salawat and salam, let's thanks to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam who has brought us from the stupid time to the clever time. Okay, now I want to ask you, how are you today, students? How are you today? Alhamdulillah, you all fine. And I think all you are ready to follow this competition. And this competition, the goal of this competition to improve your English. To improve your English. This is also education. Yeah. This is also education, not just competition. This is also education. And I hope you be good players, and I hope you be your best and be self-confident. Inshallah, you are be a winner. And don't forget, pray to Allah before you begin your competition. But I think all of you are the winner. Yeah, all you are the winner in this competition. Okay, maybe just this I can say. Thank for your nice attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Miss Ani, for the wonderful speech once again.
Next, I would like to invite our beloved from coordinator of the event, Sir Padri Arif, to give your speech. Dear Sir Padri, please have a place.
Yeah, thank you very much, host there and host Arya. Thank you very much for having me to be host and as volunteers. And honorable to our Principal, Miss Muhammadiyah, SPDMM, and honorable to the Principal of Primary School, Mr. Adem Yusuf Maulana, STMM, and honorable to our guest and judge, Mr. Fuad from America, right, Mr. Fuad, yeah. Give applause for Mr. Fuad. Okay, thank you very much. And okay, SMPMP. I don't like. Again, SMPMP. Okay, next. Online. Yeah, I hope you still engage with us this morning. Yeah, okay. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh alladzi la nabiyya ba'da. Firstly, yeah, thank you very much all the teachers who have participated in our big event, and thank you very much for my fellow teachers, judges, and especially for our leaders at our Muhammadiyah Foundation. Thank you for your support. You allow us to set up this event at our school that can motivate our students to improve their English. Agree, students? Okay. There is one point that I need to tell you, and I want you to understand. We set up this kind of event annually, but since the last 2 years, we still offer you chance for this such event. I hope for next time, more and more of you engage and participate. Agree with me? Okay. And lastly, since the start until next finish, I'm sure we have some mistakes that we do. So previously I say I'm so sorry as the committee for our mistakes during this event. Inshallah we will improve for the next event to be better. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you for Sir Padli as the coordinator of the event and for the wonderful speech once again.
Moving along, we will have a performance, traditional dance from elementary students. For the crew and dancer, the stage is yours.
Please give applause for the traditional dancers. performance was so great. Yeah? Ladies and gentlemen, and my dear students, by together saying Basmalah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, this competition has officially started. Yes, I want to hear your voices. Okay, maybe before that, for the semi-finalists, are you ready for today's competition? Okay, I would like to check your voice from debate competition. Debaters, are you ready? Okay, for the presentators, are you ready? Okay, from the blind maps participants, are you ready? Okay then, last but not the least, I want to check your voice from supporters. Okay then. Thank you. So without further ado, now we would like to start the competition, starting for the first competition of today's event, which is the debate competition. First, I would like to call Miss Isna as the moderator of debate competition. And Miss Isna, we would like to call you to come to the stage. Please give applause for our wonderful Miss Isna.
Okay, thank you very much for MC. Are you ready for debaters? Are you ready for debaters? Ready. You must be ready. Alright, for not taking long time, while preparing for the table and chairs, I would like to call you for the teams who are gonna go to the semi-final for today. Please come up for Team 2 as Pro Team. Team 2, please come up. Alhamdulillah. Alright, for the students from Group 4 and Group 5, gonna have a debate contestant for the motion today is the use of foreign language in daily communication shows a person's lack of nationalism. And for Group 2 as a pro team, and Group 5 as a cons. Okay, let's give the time for the Group 2 start for the debates. For the time for each speaker, gonna have 3 minutes to speak. Yeah, group 2, each student gonna have 3 minutes to speak. Yeah. Yeah, you are the first speaker, the second, and the third. And you just stand up behind your table. Yeah. Check, check. Check, check. Okay. Miss Aisyah, ready? Check, check, check. Sudah? Okay. Remember, for each student, gonna have 3 minutes for speak. And now we'll be start from group 2 as a pro teams. For the speaker round, time is yours. Yeah, you can stand up. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning for the teachers and students that are watching us in the live stream. I am from the second team. Today I would like to give our opinion on why the use of foreign language shows a person's lack of nationalism. As we know, nationalism is an understanding that creates and maintains the sovereignty of a country by realizing a concept of shared identity for a group of people who have the same goals and ideals in realizing the national interest. And nationalism is also a sense of wanting to defend their country, both from internal and external. Languages symbolize identities that are used to signal identities by those who speak them. The role of language in human life is surprisingly very large. About all activities that is carried by the humans need the use of requirements of the language. Language can help us to get information, increase our knowledge, and help in communication. Yes, please.
So, what you said is that language can help to get information and to make us feel more educated, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be also true for foreign languages? Wouldn't that also mean that with the combination of a foreign language and the national language, we are able to gain more information and we're able to learn more because of what you just said? Thank you.
Okay, so you said that use the internal language is good, but I haven't said my opinion yet. I was just explaining. Okay, but if you ask, I would like to explain. If the person use the foreign language too much, it will eventually make the person less appreciative towards the national language. We think that using foreign language in daily communication shows a person's lack of nationalism. It's because if you use the foreign language too much, it will eventually make the person less appreciative towards the national language. And the national language will gradually be replaced by the foreign languages. Lately, some of my friends were saying that since they learned the foreign language, for example, the English language, they tend to be willing to live abroad, aka outside the country. We can take this impact as an example of if you don't have the balance between the foreign language and the national language, it will make a person's doubt about their lovable country. Thank you. Okay, enough? Okay, check. All right, thank you very much. For the next, will be brought by the group 5. For the speaker one, time is yours.
Good morning to the honorable judges and to the beautiful audience here. This is the first speaker of the opposition team where we reject the motion as well as disagree with the affirmative team. In our opinion, the usage of foreign language does not show a person's lack of nationalism. They believe the international languages like English causes a threat to Indonesia's nationalism. We aim to tackle down this stigma We aim to tackle down the stigma and explain why foreign language can live side by side with our national language.
Your
and
eye.
character.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Come on, Sarah.
Okay, so you were saying that international language has a positive side, right? But I've met some people that is not appreciative towards the national language because the impact of the foreign language. Thank you.
10 seconds. Okay, please answer it, Nora. 10
Nationalism
seconds.
is committed
Happy
to
students, sit down.
someone's nationalism. This is limited of how they committed they are.
Can you speak louder, Nora? Make your voice clear, please. Repeat your answer.
By definition, a foreign language is a language that is not used generally in a certain country. On the contrary, a national language is by definition a language that is widely used by its citizens. Just by comparing the two definitions, we can certainly assume that a foreign language will never overtake our national language. Other than that, if we take a closer look at the education curriculum in Indonesia, the amount of time Indonesia students have for a week to learn a foreign language is like English is limited to 4 hours. Meanwhile, they learn the Indonesian language for 8 hours a week. Therefore, besides the Indonesian language becoming their mother tongue, it is also learned 2 times more often than the English language. In this case, stating that learning a foreign language resulted in making the use of a foreign language outcomes to Indonesia's language is absolutely groundless. One participates more effectively and responsibly in a multicultural world is if one know another language. For example, in Portugal, the amount of people who speak English well is no another language. For example, in Portugal, the amount of people who speak English well is quite high. However, their ability in speaking their native language is not dismissed. The only thing that appeals to number...
Time's up. Sorry. Thank you. For the next, please come up the speaker 2 from Team Pro. Abdullah Jardi.
I would like to support the first speaker's opinion. In the era of globalization, such as at present, the influence of foreign languages, English as a global language, is difficult to avoid. The hegemony appears everywhere and almost touches all aspects of the use of Indonesian. The use of foreign languages it is increasingly symptomatic. However, the symptom does not have to be allowed because it damages the growth and development of the Indonesian language. Indonesian language must still exist and become a tool of national...
So, you've said that the Indonesian language must still exist. Well, however, even with the foreign languages that we have in this country, the Indonesian language is still dominant and still exists to this day. So, we do not agree with your opinion. Thank you.
Okay, please answer it. 10 seconds to answer. Time's up. Please answer it, Abdullah Jardi.
Even though the Indonesian language is still dominating, there are still some people that believe the foreign language is more superior than the national language. We believe that foreign language has some negative side effects on a person's nationalism. 1. People will gradually forget that the national language is the language of unity. 2. People begin to despise the national language reading. 3. Over time, native people will find it difficult to speak good and correct the national language. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. For the next, please come up. Please stand up. Speaker 2 from Group 5. 3 minutes.
To further support the first speaker, Let me describe in detail as to why a foreign language does not reduce your nationalism. Firstly, learning a foreign language improves people's cognitive and analytical abilities, even though sometimes it may be difficult and involves a lot of effort. Based on a research from a Swiss study in 2012, learning a foreign language changes the brain structures, affecting the parts of the brain responsible for memory, conscious thought, and it can enhance human creativeness. In the long run,
POI.
yes.
We are talking about the use of foreign language in daily communication, not learning foreign languages.
Second.
Your POI will be answered in my statement. Thank you. So, to continue, in the long term, being bilingual or even multilingual can maintain the brain strong and healthy into old age and supports concentration and memory ability. This does not mean that being multilingual or bilingual, we suddenly lose interest in our first language. Secondly, to quote from my first speaker, one participates more effectively and responsibly in a multicultural world if one knows another language. This is actually great, since nationalism here is not solely bound or is restricted by its national language. Nationalism is a sense of pride, a sense of proudness for what we've achieved in our country. So, by learning a foreign language, we can then spread our cultures in a wider area by using those foreign languages. Due to the fact that secondly, learning a foreign language can open more doors for job opportunities. Due to the fact that some foreign languages are very demanded in the field. No, thank you, not enough time. These days, every ability may count as necessary in job seeking. Being able to speak a foreign language will be a supporting value in a person to be considered as a promising human resource. Based on a survey conducted by Clements and Mongravel in 2018, 97.4% of people agree that poor communication skills, no thank you, in English impair the chances of recruitment during interviews. Also, keep in mind that English won't also be used as a daily language, governmental language, and business delivery language in Indonesia. By that, the spread of English language in Indonesia won't be as massive as the language in Indonesia. Reviewing the condition of the English language in Indonesia right now, the English language is generally only limited as a subject of major in education. Okay, thank you.
All right, please stand up for the speaker 3. Hello?
I'm the third speaker, and I would like to give our conclusion. With people more concerned with foreign language, non-Indonesian language or regional language will be ruled out. Foreign language brings positive and negative impact on the Indonesian language. But the positive impact, Indonesian people can keep up with international and develop smoothly.
POI.
No, thank you.
Yes,
No, thank you. And the negative impact, the Indonesian language is gradually be shift with English. The way to that the attitude of Indonesian language nationalism does not decrease, namely, with additional lesson for Indonesian and regional language. Love it more to Indonesian, and so on. That's it from us. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
next for the third speaker from group 5.
In conclusion of our main points and arguments, this House believes that the non-existent and groundless worries such as the reduction of Indonesian nationalism principle and culture if a foreign language developed should be tackled down. Besides, a foreign language has its own status in this country, which will never outcome the role of the Indonesian language as a native language. Instead, it allows us to contribute to the advancement of Indonesian as country. As per As part of our nationalism, it is proven by how much Indonesia can improve their field of diplomacy, economy, and tourism by having a good implementation of English learning. No, thank you. Which can be started by individually. We ask the jury to reject the motion. Thank you.
Alright, thank you very much. Give applause for Group 5 and Group 2. And for the Group 2 and Group 5, you can come back to your seat. Thank you very much. Good job, good job. Okay, thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, how was the debate competition? Was it great? Okay, now we will have another performance from elementary students, which is storyteller. So for the students, the stage is yours.
Okay, before we and then runner-up first of Premier Storytelling Competition and has many lots of another speech competitions. She's cute and she's second.
Yes, she's so
okay.
cute.
So without further ado, why don't we just call her Andika Ataya from grade 2B. Please come forward.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello.
Setelah ini,
Hello, hello.
setelah ini, kita mau satu lagi nyanyi untuk yang secondary student. Satu lagu aja, makanya kita mau cepat biar waktunya ini. Oh nggak tahu. Tapi kita langsung maju langsung gaskan. Waktu nggak cukup.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My name is Andika Ataya from grade 2B. Today I want to tell you a wonderful story with the title The Little Red Riding Hood.
hide a grandma in the cupboard. A few minutes later, Little Red Riding Hood knocked on the door. Who is that? Said the wolf. This gives us a grandma. I'm Little Red Riding Hood, Grandma. Oh, my dear, come in, my dear. I miss you. Hello, Grandma. I miss you too. Oh, Grandma, what big eyes you have! To see you better, my dear. But, Grandma, what big nose you have! To smell you better, my dear. Oh, really? But, Grandma, what big teeth you have! Because I want to eat you, my dear. Ha 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 ha. The Little Red Riding Hood realized that the person was not her grandma, but a hungry wolf. Ah! Wolf! Please help me! The wolf wants to eat me! Help me, please! The Little Red Riding Hood ran out of the house. A few minutes later, the woodsman came to Little Red Riding Hood. Oh, woodsman, please help me! The wolf wants to eat me! I'm so scared! Then, the woodsman killed the wolf. The grandma and Little Red Riding Hood were surprised. Oh, woodsman, thank you so much! No problem, little girl. Bye-bye.
Wow, 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 wow. Amazing performance.
Please give applause to her. Okay, now we will have another performance from secondary students. Quinta from 9B and Bunga from 8A. They will perform they will sing one song for us. So for Quinta and Bunga, the stage is yours. Please give applause to them. A lot of applause.
I found a love for me. Darling, just dive right in. Follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. Oh, I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. 'Cause we were still kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time. Darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When you said you look a mess, I whispered underneath my breath. You heard it, darling, you look perfect tonight. Well, I found a woman stronger than anyone I know. He shares my dreams. I hope that someday we'll share a home. I found a love to carry more than just my secrets, to carry love, to carry children of our own. We are still kids when we're so in love, fighting against all odds. I know we'll be alright this time. Darling, just hold my hand. Be man, girl, I'll be your man. I see my future in your eyes. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When I saw you in that dress, looking so beautiful, I don't deserve this. Darling, you look perfect tonight. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. I have faith in what I see. Now I know I have met an angel in person. She looks perfect. I don't deserve this. You look perfect tonight.
Wow, please give applause to them.
Okay. We will have Bunga's solo performance. It will be, what is the title, honey?
At my worst, miss.
At my worst. Okay, without further ado, you may start your performance.
Thank you, miss.
Thank you so much for Bunga and Quinta for the amazing performance. So please give a lot of applause to them.
So it was such a very lovely song. And okay, ladies and gentlemen, and my dear students, to make it too long, we would like to continue to the competition, which is the semi-final two of debate competitions. Okay, debaters, are you ready? Yes, okay, because I cannot wait, and I would like to give to Miss Isna back as the moderator of debate competition. Miss Isna, the time is yours.
Thank you, Miss. All right, for the second semifinal, we gonna call for the debaters from Team 4. For Team 4, the stage is yours. Give applause. question here for the motion for both team is still the same for the semi-final and the first session. The use of foreign language in daily communication shows a person's lack of nationalism. As you remember for group 4 and group 9, if you still have time, please do not do for I have no time. When the country or your team, your rival has a question or PY, please do not always say I don't have time. Just answer it, okay? Because when you always say sorry, I don't have time, it will be minus your score. Okay? Are you ready for group 5, group 4 and group 9? Ready. Okay, for the audience, please give your nice applause for both teams. And all the speakers still have 3 minutes to speak. For team 4, from group 4, hello. Miss Aisha, are you ready?
Hello? 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 Okay. Ready. Thank you.
Okay. For the speaker 1 from group 4, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Very good morning to the honorable panel of teachers, my loyalty mates, my fellow opponents, and everyone presented here. Today, I would like to light my views supporting the motion, the use of foreign languages in daily communication shows a person's lack of nationalism. Now we, as of today's proposition, strongly believe that this is true. But before we came to our actual argumentation, let us first define some important terms in this debate. We believe that what is meant by nationalism is an ideology to emphasize loyalty, devotion, or allegiance to a nation or nation-state and holds that such obligation outweigh under individual or group interest. In other contexts, nationalism is built around a shared language, religion, culture, or set of social values. When we say loyalty and devotion, we mean that nationalism is loyalty and devotion to the nation-state or the creation of one. Being devoted to one's nation isn't a bad thing. It's the reason why there have been great advancement in many countries. When it comes to how a country views and defines itself, there are different ways the people of that country can view it.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I haven't finished my argument yet. Nationalism is one way it can be viewed. This house believes that nationalism can impact language as well, and vice versa. The argument of what language the argument of what language a nation speaks is a consensus one, as language is a marker of national and cultural identity. In Ukraine, there were debates over speaking Russian or Ukrainian. Hebrew was revealed to become the primary official language of Israel. In the UK, there was fear over English changing as more immigrants moved into the country. One other language... Yes, please.
Okay, so this will not eliminate the identity of the Indonesian language because Indonesian remains the mother tongue of the Indonesian people, and the use of foreign language will not change that fact at all because I said earlier, foreign language in everyday life has nothing to do with a sense of nationalism. Thank you.
10 seconds.
Multilingualism threatens nationalism. At the most practical level, communicational challenges within a country can act as an impediment to commerce and industry and disrupt the
3
nation.
minutes left.
Thank you.
2 minutes left.
Okay. At school, however, she only used, due to different circumstances, Annie became less competent in her native language. Annie was indeed infectious language loss, which could lead to less interaction with the speech community. She lived in a possible miscommunication with the community's elders. Language is a crucial means for communication and interaction. Language not only reflects and expresses facts and observations, but also influences attitudes and behavior. It thus constitutes a vital component of the cultural prerequisites underlying societal development. With that, we are proud of our purpose. Thank you.
Time is up.
Time is up. Okay, for group 9, Speaker 1, please. Time is yours.
Okay, I'm Kezia Rabadari as the first speaker. Will explain. This House totally disagree with your opinion that the use of foreign language in daily communication shows a personal lack of sense of nationalism because in fact, by trying another language, many Indonesian citizens are added to their knowledge, their vocabulary is increased, and they certainly will not eliminate one's love for their native country. Now imagine if we were no Indonesian people who use a foreign language in their daily life to prove that they love their homeland. Then the Indonesian people would be seen as stupid by the world because none of the people could speak the language of another country. According to the Minister of Education and Culture, Muhammad Nuh, nationalism has nothing to do with the use of foreign language in daily interaction. And Indonesian itself, the founders of the nation such as Sukarno and Hatta had the ability to master foreign language that we were qualified. But do not doubt their nationalism. It all depends on the commitment to the country. Using a foreign language in every day, no thank you. No thank you. In every life doesn't mean reducing the sense of nationalism by using a foreign language, one of which is English. It is easier to follow world developments because English is an international language developing the Indonesian language, which will follow the international channel become fluent. Learning a foreign language is a form of adaptation, especially in increasingly modern era. The need for foreign language knowledge to answer the challenges of the globalization.
POI.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yes, please.
First of all, just a person could experience language loss. A society could gradually experience a death of a language. A possible scenario could be the potential disappearance of the Dutch in the current
globalization. It is very important if we are able to master foreign language so that we can minimize misunderstood about the culture that interests in the nation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. For the next speaker from Group 4, time is yours.
I would like to support the first speaker's argument. At the societal level, as it is apparent that multilingual communities have problems that more nearly monolingual do not, there are even more challenges posed by multiculturalism. Like I said, just a person experience a language loss, a society could gradually experience the death of a language. Secondly, multilingualism threatens nationalism. At the most practical level, just like what the first speaker said, communicational challenges within the country can act as an impediment to commerce and industry and disrupt the notion. More seriously, however, multilingualism could destroy nationalism, as language holds importance in the unity of a nation. The nation states, I haven't finished my argument, not yet. Nation states are more likely to be stable than multinational ones. The development of a sense of national is more difficult for a multilingual state. You can look for your PI.
If you so agree with this, then how about our school? The school where place you learn. This school have Cambridge system, which use international curriculum as the education system, and surely definitely use foreign language. And when you have to conversation with your friend, there's no way you don't use a foreign slang word. For example, we can see the example from our math teacher, Mr. Fuad. He's from America and teaching here using English. This proves that using foreign language in everyday life is very useful. Look at the difference between the students who used to talk in foreign language and the students who did not used to. They'll confuse along the study time when the students who used to.
Okay, so to answer his question, moreover, in education, nationalism is conflicted when nationalism is a different sort. To a certain extent, the best strategy for language in education is to learn the various ethnic group languages. Eventually, these are the languages already spoken by children, and classroom can operate without requiring children to learn another language. From some perspective, however, this strangely could be problematic for nationalism's development. If children achieve their education in their ethnic languages, such languages may become increasingly important and symbolize contra-national nationalism. This is social-linguistic conflict in education certainly calls for further research. Thank you.
Okay, for the next speaker from group 9, time is yours.
I am Altafunisa as a second speaker. For me, the use of a foreign language, the assumption of damaging the nationalism is considered an exaggeration. There is nothing wrong with teaching children foreign language from an early age. For example, about basic English, please. This will prepare them to face global competition in the future. In addition, a foreign language can be a plus when for looking a job, considering that many foreign companies require their employees to be able to speak foreign language, especially English, as the official language of the world. English is certainly one of the most widely used language. Almost all countries in the world master English to establish cooperative relationships. So many people learn example of formal and informal greeting conversations. So if we learn that means we use that language for daily conversations. However, for use it is an advancement of the times. Remember that in ancient times, 1. Bung Karno is not only good at using Indonesian, but also good at using foreign language. 2. B.J. Habibie is able to use the German language, which is the center of the world automotive world. 3. The use of foreign language is considered to open our horizons to find out the knowledge that will be obtained from all parts of the world. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for speaker 2. Time for you, speaker 3 from group 2.
We conclude that bilingualism influences the individual's perceptions, values, behavior, and is an important factor that shapes the individual. Therefore, speaking a different language establishes certain identities within each interaction. Many bilingual people tend to experience a wave of confusion, a feeling of not belonging in one or either culture.
PI.
Yes, please.
Indonesian students who get scholarship abroad because they are able to master foreign language without forgetting their sense of nationalism, for example like Maudi Ayunda and Jerome Pauline. We can see the difference between people who are able to master a foreign language and those who don't want and cannot speak English in everyday life and on social media. Where there is a news or people speak English, they can only criticize with, say, fart language or bahasa kentut, or cannot speak English, tidak bisa bahasa Inggris. This clearly shows the difference between it's capable of being superior. Thank you.
Okay, there are two ways for bilingual status to tackle this challenge. Either try to develop a national language or try to spread nationalism beyond the grounds of language. Historically, the former route has been taken by most countries, which entails the rising of problems such as choosing the national language, promoting its acceptance to non-native speakers, and building policies so that the language serves the flourishing.
PI, clearly please. I cannot hear your voice.
There are two ways for multilingual states to tackle this challenge. Either try to develop a national language or try to spread nationalism beyond the grounds of language. Historically, the former route has taken by most countries, which entails the rising of problems such as choosing the national language, promoting its acceptance to non-native speakers, and building policies so that the languages serve the flourishing of the state.
2 minutes left.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for speaker 3 from group 9. Time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, I am Safira as the third speaker. In conclusion, stated by our speaker 1 and 2, learning a foreign language doesn't necessarily mean you don't love Indonesia. There are still foreign languages.
You just said that learning new languages doesn't mean gaining a new identity. Okay. When one learns how to speak a different language, they tend to expose themselves to that culture to gain further understanding. Culture is also one of the significant factors that influence an individual's identity and perception. Within each culture, there's a certain set of values that will learn as a child is growing. The values are passed down from generation to generation that tend to change over time. That was my argument. Thank you.
Okay, please answer. 10 seconds to have discussed.
Learning of foreign languages is a form of adaptation. Its place is in a modern era. The need for foreign language knowledge to answer the challenge of the globalization era. There is nothing wrong with learning a foreign language to face global competition in the future. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
It's done?
Yes.
It's done.
Okay, thank you very much. Give your nice applause, audience. Thank you from Group 4 and Group 9 for the best performance, and you can come back to your seat. No. Okay. Bangkunya boleh diturunin.
We have another amazing competition to running out this event. And what else do we don't have any? Is it about presentation, right?
Presentation.
Okay. Okay, maybe presentators, are you ready? Ready, right?
Ready?
Yes?
Yes?
Okay.
No, why? You should ready, okay?
Okay, because this is the final, right? The final
That's the
round
final.
of presentation. So, presentators, ready or not, I would like to give this opportunity to
The moderator is it Putri from 9B and also Hani from 8A. So for Putri and Hani, the time is yours.
Okay. Before that, please give a very, very great applause for both of them.
Pertama biar ini aja assalamualaikum, good morning, terus sisanya kamu aja dulu sampai Fatia Natasha, nanti baru kamu bisa belajar. Jadi kamu cuma assalamualaikum aja. Oke, sisanya kamu ya sampai Natasha. Silakan. Enggak apa. Kamu cuma ya assalamualaikum.
Tes.
Good morning, everyone. Hi, my name is Dia Hanisa Putri from 9B.
And my name is Raina Hanifa from 8A.
So today we will be the moderator of presentation competition in Muhammadiyah Secondary School Got Talent 2022. It's a pleasure for us to be the moderator of this competition. In this competition, we'll have two judges, which are Miss Wulan and Mr. Fuad. Now, I would like to call the first presenter, Putri Fatimah Natasha from 9C. For Tasha, the time and place is yours. Who is giving us mercy and blessing, so we can gather in this place without any obstacles. Salawat and salam we pray to our Prophet, Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has brought brightness and fortune in this world. Honorable to the jury who are here to judge my presentation today, and to all my friends, both in here and in online live streaming. Hello everyone, good morning. How are you today? Alhamdulillah, I hope you are always healthy. So let me introduce myself first. Of the topic. So, as you know, I will explain about the effectiveness of online learning. What is online learning? Online learning is learning and teaching. Use internet and digital media in delivering the material. The online learning activity is considered closer to the current generation of students who are known to be very integrated with technology product. And then this is one form of digitalization in the world. Implemented since the coronavirus pandemic. So therefore, to break a chain of coronavirus, or we know as COVID-19, the group one way is doing social distancing, and then government has decided to learn from home through online classes. Okay, we are going to the next slide of topic. So, guys, in this slide, I will explain about the benefit of online learning. The online learning is starting to be a trend in a digital era and can be used as alternative in the learning in many situations. So, the profit of online learning is 1, flexible and practically. With online learning, the interaction between teacher and student become more practical because they don't have to travel to math. And then 2, enjoyable learning experience. You can find any interesting learning and interesting teaching